I am the Unrelenting Alchemist. This is not just a message, this is my truth. I have spent my life questioning the path that was laid before me, wondering at the peculiar twists of fate that have shaped my existence. I was born the son of a man who was not my biological father, and yet, despite my mother's infidelity, the man who raised me knew the truth. And he chose love over betrayal. He loved my mother. He accepted me. He raised me as his own, and never once, until the day he died, let on ever that he knew the truth. But I knew. And as I grew older, I confronted him about it. But he denied it. He refused to discuss it. Instead, he continued to love me as his son, unwavering and unconditional. That is why even now, though I am in contact with my biological siblings, I feel no connection to the man they call our dad. The words have no meaning for me. Ironically, they tell me I'm a spitting image, more so than even they. I suppose the universe does have a cruel sense of humor. From an early age, I was placed under a ban of nonviolence. While other children were encouraged to fight back, defend themselves, I was forbidden. Obedient as I was, I complied, and the neighborhood bullies saw an opportunity. A boy who wouldn't fight back, a living punching bag. And they took their pleasure in their torment, and I had to take their beatings in silence. And before that ban had ever been imposed, I had fought twice. I knew that I could fight. One ended in a win, the other one ended in a draw. I never lost. And I still fight even to this day, because I've never been afraid. And I suppose this is why God intervenes. Perhaps because of my refusal to back down, because of my lack of fear, that maybe God doesn't want me to die too soon. But there isn't a great enemy out there. Satan, Lucifer, Samael, the great deceiver. You may not like these names. You may say it's cliche. Doesn't matter what the real name is. Just know that there is a force of evil out there that exists, and it is against people like us. I've been in 4 total loss car accidents, all of which were not my fault. Twice, I found myself in the possession of a man pointing a gun. Once at a party, another time I watched a man execute another man in front of me. And I was never shot in either incident. As a child, I took heavy blows. But, despite all the things that happened, I am still here to this day. Even being hit in the head by a swing as a young child. Even hitting my head on a concrete wall, where I'd seen another man have his skull cracked and die from hemorrhaging. I remember being evicted once, over $132, which I paid as soon as it was late, well before the default was even issued. But the landlord let the default go off anyway. In high school, my prom date ran off with another guy. In marriage, my ex-wife ran off with 2 guys by the name of James. And so I found that sometimes life's been a bit unsatisfying for me. Sometimes it just plain sucks. But I was a single parent raising my daughter, and I never allowed her to see the cruel world that I had grown up in. I did my best to raise her as happy as I could have her to be, even though I myself faced a great deal of sadness throughout my life. My mother died when she was just 46 and I was just 15 years old. And her loss taught me a valuable lesson. If you love things too much, the world will take it from you. So I learned to rely on no one but myself. And even my intelligence, once a source of pride as a child, became a burden. I was once the #1 student in my K through 8 elementary school. One particular night, I took home 86% of the awards that were given out that night. But there was no applause for this. Parents shouted out, "I hate this kid. Stop giving him any more awards. Tell me you got an award back there at least left for my child. I'm tired of seeing this one kid get all the awards." And so what I learned very early on is, brilliant or not, brilliance doesn't get you liked. Brilliance doesn't make people admire you. Brilliance just makes people hate you all the more. And so I've learned to dumb down my intellect. I've learned to blend in. Spiders, however, are people, if you can even call them people, that I do get along with. Unlike the rest of the world, spiders have never treated me cruelly. In fact, I think spiders think of me the way I think of them. Spiders don't hurt me, and I don't hurt them. But regular people, they hurt you all the time. And I love my children. I love my children very much. They're what I live for. Lately, I felt the weight of death spells being cast against me, dark energies being sent my way. My dreams are not normal. I feel entities fighting, trying to control me, trying to enslave me, trying to destroy me, even trying to rape and violate me in my sleep. And it's startling at first, but I realize that there's something ancient inside of me, something that's unyielding, something I cannot escape. I may fight back in the dream, I may force myself awake, I may break free of their clutches, a certain amount of strength that just comes through. I've even had a dream recently where my soul was nearly sucked out of my spiritual body into a television set. And yet I fight, yet I remain, yet I endure, because I am not finished. And there is more work to do, because I'm the unrelenting alchemist. The energy comes from me, and that which comes to attack me better be ready for war. They may send priests, they may send warlocks, they may send shadows in the night. Let them come. I will fight until the bitter end, until the darkness itself looks worse than I do. This life has been pain, betrayal, and hardship, but I am still standing, and I will keep fighting until the very last breath. We are taught to forgive one another, and to that extent, perhaps my enemies are weak inside. Perhaps my enemies are themselves the creatures or products of suffering. To that extent, I give you forgiveness. It doesn't mean I won't fight you. It just means that I understand hurt people hurt people. Because I am the unrelenting alchemist. If I could not have to fight this war, truly I would not, because spiritual warfare is no joke. But I truly wish the best for everyone. I wish the world could see the way things that I do. I wish the world could learn to love one another the way I love each and every one of you. But until then, I keep fighting. And until then, I will keep on being here to deliver these messages. Because no surrender, no quit. Back to your post, soldier. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. If you're new here, this is a safe space. If you're returning, I love and appreciate you so much, and I'm glad that you're back. In the name of the Most High God, I wish you health, wealth, prosperity, and abundance. Blessings and protection. Signing off. Take care. Have a great day.